Even the most experienced knitter makes mistakes in their work. I've been knitting for years and I still make errors, so this is a bit of a lesson for you in how to correct mistakes. But the biggest lesson to learn is to always check your work. Always do a safety check at the end of each row, do a count or whatever. So what we have here, we've got 3 errors in this panel. We've got 3 errors in this ribbed panel. I've done a bit of a rib panel here. And we've got 3 errors in this panel over here. So what's gone wrong? First of all, we have a drop stitch right down at the bottom on the first row. Here you can see there's a bit of a gapping here. That's because the stitch has been knitted 1 row below. So I'll show you the reverse of that in a second. And then we have a purl worked in a knit row there. So let's look at the reverse of these 3 first before we move on to what's going on in the rib. So on the reverse side, there is the drop stitch. There's the back of the drop stitch. That's where I was saying to you that the stitch was worked in the row below. And then up there, you can see there's a plain there instead of a purl. So that's the reverse of those 3. Now if we look at the front of the 3 rib errors, we've got a purl where a plain should be. We've got a plain where a purl should be. And we've got something going on over here. What this shows you is that the yarn, instead of being carried around the needle, instead of being brought around the needle, it's been carried over the needle to do a purl. So it's come from the back, where it's been doing a plain. It's been brought to the front, but instead of going around the needle, it's been brought over. So again, if we look at the reverse of those 3, you'll see there's the plain instead of there's a purl. So that's where the purl should be, but it's been worked on the wrong side. That's where a plain should be, but it's been worked wrong on the other side. And this is where we've got that taken over the needle instead of around the needle. And then we have the final 3 errors. So on this side, in this last 3 panel, we've got 2 stitches worked together here. We've then got a stitch that's been created from the yarn between 2 stitches here. And then we have another purl worked where we should be a plain. So I'm going to show you these and how to rectify them as we go through. So I'll try to tackle them probably this panel. Well, I'll do the top line first and then I'll do it panel by panel. And for this you will need a couple of crochet hooks. So I've been using a 4mm needle here. So use a 4mm or get one that's a bit smaller, get a 3.5mm, because if the 4mm proves a struggle when you're trying to pick up the stitches, then go to a smaller hook.